I felt impressed or prompted to share something. Happy New Year, by the way, 2018. It's just a life lesson that I learned. Sometimes Brendan, our 3-year-old now, just turned 3, gets frustrated or discouraged. Usually it's just a simple little thing like his toy won't work the way he thinks it should. And he'll come into me for help, and he'll say, that's a too hard sing for me, Daddy. What he's saying is, that's too hard of a thing, or that thing is too hard for me. That's a too hard sing for me, Daddy. And so I'll quickly remind him, hey, you know, you can do it, it's okay. And I tell him, I'm glad you came to me. I'll say, I'm here to help you with hard things. That's, you know, it's okay, you can do hard things. And sometimes he gets really frustrated, or he'll be even crying, and I'll say, it's okay, buddy. That's why I'm here. I'm your dad. I'm always here for you. Here to help you, especially in hard things. And more than just like any good parent, I hope, I want him to know, more than anything, I'm here and I want to love him. I'll always be here. And I want to help him do the things and the hard things that he can't do on his own. One of the first times this happened, I remember as soon as I said something like that, I felt a voice inside me say, that's great advice, LeBaron. You should take that advice sometime. You should listen to yourself, pay attention more often. And it reminds me of Dr. Jeffrey Holland, who talks about there's an easy way, or there's his way. There's a smart way. There's a better way, a more excellent way. In fact, the quote where he's talking about he knows the way, he said he knows the way, he's walked the way, he knows the way because he is the way. And I think of greatness. I love to study greatness. I don't know of any exception to this rule that you have to go through hard things. The greatest people have become great. The greatest of the greats have become great because they went through hard things. They endured the hard things. They overcame the hard things. Whether it be the most influential leader, they became that leader because of hard things that they experienced. Or the best athlete, they are an amazing athlete because of consistent, persistent, hard things. The best artists, or the best chef, or the most wealthy entrepreneurs, or the strongest and happiest families, all they attained that level of greatness because they were willing and they endured through the hardest hard things. I think of another thing that remind me of is something that a very successful person taught me a long time ago. When I was going through a hard time, you think of one of the hardest substance in the world, and it reminds me of this 4-letter or 4-word quote: no pressure, no diamond. That's simple. So when we look back, if you look back on your life, ask yourself, when did I experience the most growth or the most progress? Progress is what helps us feel fulfilled or be happy. And the most growth is usually, or the progress you see, is usually because of or right after hard things. That's been my experience. I'll share one last quote, and that is by Dr. Neil Maxwell. He said, God does not begin by asking about our ability or inability, but only our availability. Then, if we prove our dependability, He will increase our capability. I hope that helps. Just some thoughts I've had. Like I said, life lessons. I love learning, and especially learning from my family. More than anything, I learned from my wife and children, and more than I think I could ever teach them. So I'm just grateful to have a good father and be about my Father's business. Thanks for listening.